Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. Right, here we are on the moon. I've got almost all the waypoints for the contract that I'm working on. I was going to have to go find the last one, because the last one, all the others have been... Actually, that's not quite true. Most of them have been surface ones. I think, yeah, this is the one. There was one that I got which is measure the temperature in flight below 8,400 meters, which I very luckily got because I actually thought it was a ground one. You may have seen that episode. I thought it was a ground one, came down, started landing, actually looked at the contract and went, oh, wait, no. Got the temperature and then singularly failed to get any more. I managed to not crash. That was Pallas VI. I managed to not crash Pallas VI. And Pallas VI is in orbit around the moon in a really stupid orbit. Not really being very helpful. So I now want to go to the last of these points, measure the temperature in flight above 10,400 meters in the area near area 8P51U. So let's go have a look. So currently here, quite next to Pallas V actually. Pallas V is just not too far away. I can't remember how much is left of Pallas V. I don't think it's very much. I think it's like I believe it is literally a probe call. And there's area 8P15U. I've been really irritating. I've been trying to set that as a target so that I can then use my vectoral program to point towards it. And I'm fairly sure I've been typing in the right thing the whole time, but it's just not been working. So that's been a bit annoying, but never mind. We don't care about that too much. So I've hard coded this in. I think I'm gonna have to make a more generic point to waypoints thing. So like you can press action group 1 or something. I don't know how many buttons I've got because I'm using up quite a few of them for various things. But like literally, you can scroll through and just go point to this one, now point to this one, now point to this one, now point to this one. That would be kind of a cool thing. But it's currently hard pointed, and I've actually had to go in and I'm going to make sure this is actually true. I've actually said, yeah, it's waypoint 17, the 17th waypoint. So there you go. I now have an arrow pointing me there. So the plan, such as it is just to launch in that direction until my apoapsis gets over 10,400. Hopefully circularize the orbit before I get there. And grab the temperature reading on the way. So, I'm going to start off by hovering, and then I'm going to lock my steering to up, and then I'm going to unlock it. And what I'm just going to do, I'm going to turn, by turning my craft this way, yeah? Now the D key should be pointing me directly towards where I want to go. So turn on the... Oh, I don't want to turn on the brakes actually. I'm going to Control C out of that one. And I'm just going to go for it. It's not working. I'm going all sorts of wacky directions. Oh, this has been a singular failure thus far. Good. Let's turn off. No, that should be fine. I don't know what's going on. My apparatus height is what I wanted. Wow, I am just pointing in a weird direction. Something is fighting me, I'm not quite sure what. Oh, right. My apparatus is now enormous. God. And I'm massively off. I've still got a fair amount of delta V, so I'm alright. Right, so let's first off, can I find my normal or anti-normal? No, I cannot. That's slightly irritating. Okay, so that's bringing that down. So I'm bringing my orbit back more or less to where it should be, or where I want it anyway. I'm not going to crash into the ground, which is the main problem. I'm assuming the pointy bit is where I'm actually aiming for. Yeah, that seems to be right. Okay. Oh yeah, of course I'll be pointing. Point prograde. Oh, actually, here's the thing. Let's add that to our navigation. What the hell just happened? Why is my apparatus should not be changing the way it's currently changing. At least I don't think it should be. Because that would imply that there's atmospheric drag, which there should not be. I've turned off my everything. Let's turn off RCS as well. It must have been my RCS. Okay, now my prograde vector looks like it's heading. If I align myself to the horizon, it does look like my prograde vector is in fact going to be pointing at my target. So I am going to go to run circ from AV. So it's set up a maneuver node to stabilize my orbit. Yeah. Okay, that could have gone better, but no, actually, well, I could have looked less like an idiot. Is really what could have happened. So I've got about 4 minutes to go. I had to do a lot of juggling, and no doubt I wasted a whole bunch of delta V. But I do seem to be aiming in the right place still. And hopefully I'm going to be close enough that it'll count. I don't know how close it actually counts for these aerial ones, because I would hope that the aerial ones would be more forgiving. I would hope the aerial ones are more forgiving, because it's going to be harder to be exact. It's on the ground. I mean, I think they're assuming a rover, so it's on the ground. You've got wheels, you can get quite close and be very accurate. but I don't know how accurate they think you're meant to be. I guess I'm going to find out. Any moment now. I've had a few. Right, what's my periapsis? Yeah, it's 24. It's not hugely mega circular, but it'll do. Right, so how far away is that? If I put a maneuver in, that's 1 minute away. At times I'd actually quite like to be able to mark my orbit without specifically using a maneuver node. I think that would be a neat thing. Right, so apparently quite a big distance. So there you go. If I was tempting, where would it be? Let's put my lights on. Log temperature. So I will keep that. Oh, I should have been doing all sorts of other stuff. I haven't done any proper science with this. I'll do some goos on here then. I'll do a materials bay. So I mean, this is a situation where I can actually get more than one thing useful. There I'm passing it by. Keep. So basically I've got 2 lots of goo and a materials bay, and I've got a temperature. I can get rid of that. Actually, just turn on the brakes actually. Right, now here's a question. Do I have enough delta V to attempt to intercept the space station, or the moon station again? The answer is maybe. Okay, so I want to move that back. Now I'll crash me in the moon. I don't want that. Okay, some sort of perfect match. That'll get me matched in the inclination, reasonably well matched, apart from the whole crashing into the moon thing. And with altitude, so let's get a bit more altitude so as to not crash into the moon. So in terms of inclination, that's not too bad. In terms of delta V, I mean, I suspect I'm not going to have enough to then actually catch up. But once I'm vaguely in the right place, I suspect I should be able to send my tug after it. I suddenly realise I probably could have. Let's grab Athena and set as target. because then I get ascending, descending node information. But no, I think that is the right place to do that. To do that maneuver. So run calc ISP, run x node ISP. So yeah, I very much doubt I'll have enough delta V after that to actually get Pallas VII to connect. But I should be close enough to go fetch it, which will be cool. Blurb, 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 blurb. Alarm clock. And how long is it? It's going to take 7 seconds. So let's give it a 15-second head start. So I could have done it there, but who cares, quite frankly. So anyway, yeah, while that's going around, I can go have a look at these, which is my contract completions. So completing the whole thing got me 281 science and 271,000 Kobold. That's another 90 from that one, the one I just got while flying through the air. So I'm now on 1,000 science, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, all the science bits are like 550 now, so I actually want 1,100 science. I'm not that far off it. Delete on close. It's interesting that it keeps offering to reposition the target, the maneuver node. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, that's interesting. It's having difficulties following the maneuver node. It has failed to follow the maneuver node. I think we're just going to have to say that failed. Now I do not have enough delta V to fix the problem. Well, poo. Oh, but I do want to fix the problem that I'm going to smash into the ground. So let's just fix that, shall we? Alright, so very little delta V left. I'm still going to smash into the ground. That's not rather unfair. Let's point up. Should just be able to do it that way, surely. What the hell? Oh, I know what the problem is. Damn it all to hell. It's unbalanced. And it's probably out of fuel. So I think Pallas is going to die. Yeah, we're out of fuel. It was unbalanced. The fuel was unbalanced, so then the rocket just goes crazy. I think what we do is we try and transmit everything. That's exceedingly irritating. So I get tiny amounts of science, but this craft is lost because it is going to smash into the ground, and I don't have anything that's going to get to it in time. When's it going to hit? 8 minutes, so no. So added tiny amounts of science. That's really aggravating. Everything was fine until I got up there, and then I didn't check that its fuel was balanced, and then because it wasn't balanced, poo. Which is I should have guessed that when it was spinning, when I tried to do that maneuver. That's probably, I should have guessed that was an issue at that point. Ah, well. Well, one of the things you can do with the new version of Chaos, which has just come out, which is 1.7, is that you can do resource management. So I would be able to automatically... what? Oh, that is exactly what I did not want to do. You'd be able to do, resource management exactly the same way as you can do it here. Wow. So I've got so little that I either absolutely all of it goes out or absolutely all of it comes in. So there ain't a thing I can do. Nerds. I actually had more than enough Delta V to kind of do an awful lot of fixes, but I was unbalanced. So what I'll be able to do is come up with scripts that will rebalance the fuel automatically. So all the fuel tanks will be nicely fueled together. Hopefully I'll be able to. I'm not quite sure how the refueling thing works. But we are going to smash into the ground. Sorry, Pallas VII. You're really quite awesome. You did really, really well. Until I screwed up completely. Sorry about that. Nope. We are so low down, we have to go at time warp 1. So I'm going to take the gears up. That way we should bounce in a more entertaining way. Also going to take the panels in. No particular reason. It just means that when it smashes into the ground, it's going to be more compact, and that should bounce in an entertaining fashion. Let's point up. Spin around for no good reason at all. Whee! I don't know why I'm spinning. Understand? Yeah, actually, I think spinning is going to be funnier when I smash into the ground at high speed. How fast am I going? Horizontal speed 541 meters a second. That's 1,000 miles. That's more than 1,000 miles an hour. Spin. If I turn off SAS, actually. Spin. You spin me right round, baby. Right round. Nearly, nearly. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Pallas VII. You tried your best. You tried your best. Oh, dear me. The last bit to survive was the advanced inline stabilizer, apparently. There you go. 2 days, 2 hours, 59 minutes, 16 seconds. Highest altitude 27,990. That's interesting. I don't know how it calculates that. I wonder what point it decides it's. Because it's got higher altitude than that over Kerbin. I don't know whether. High speed achieved 576 meters a second until it smashed. 574 over land. Covered nearly a kilometer. Total distance 100. This must be since I loaded, because I loaded from that landing point you saw. Most G-forces endured 3.6 G until it smashed into the ground. So there you go. Let's go buy some things with the science that Pallas VII sacrificed itself for. I'm a good boss. No, I'm not. So am I going to need to upgrade that actually? 875. That's fully operational. I don't need to right click that at all. Right, science. I can spend science. Right, I don't quite have enough. Irritatingly, I don't quite have enough to get a second thing. But the obvious thing to do is to get more science. I need a new rover anyway. It must be said. Might as well whack a gravioli thing on it. So I can now take more science. I think everything. Yeah, everything is 550. 550. What am I looking forward to? Big wheels. I like the big wheels. So I can make really stupid big rovers, like entire science labs on wheels. I like the idea of that. Specialized electrics. Great big electric pack. Oh, the PBNUK radio isotope thermoelectric generator. So yeah, nuclear powered probes. That's really tiny. It's like 0. So if you want to, this is for probes that go very far away, and the solar panels probably aren't going to be of any use. Remote guidance unit. What do these do? Claims as close as one can get to a fully self-contained spacecraft. So look, I think it's just a probe core that does lovely things. Drone core for your planes, and the remote guidance unit, which is just smaller. I don't know why. Okay. Hypersonic flight. Aerospikes. I've no idea. I mean, I'm so awful at planes. I don't know if I'm ever going to use this. Elevon 5. And actually, no, the new Kerbal Space Program is going to be out soon. That's going to completely change the aerodynamic what's it noodle. So Lord alone knows what's going to happen. What else we got? Heavy aerodynamics. Big nose cones, which you don't actually need until the aerodynamic model changes. MK3 cockpit, the space shuttle lights. You want to do a space shuttle, then you need the MK3. So that's going to be if I'm going to do a great big massive space plane, which I probably am never going to do because I suck at space planes and I suck at flying them. So metamaterials, bi-adapters, quad adapters, tri-adapters, hub max multi-point connector, inline clampotron. The clampotron docking port senior. I want this. This is the big docking port for connecting. Really good for connecting rockets together, especially you got a main thing and then you want a big engine on the top at the bottom of it. The thing what I did with Athena 1 when I had that weird tri-coupler setup, I would just do with a single clampotron senior. And the big rockets. Maximum thrust 2,500. How much is this one? 3,200. Oh, many thrusts. I think this is your build your Saturn V gear here. Big tanks. So that's all to look forward to. Sweet. I'm going to check to see if I've got any new contacts. Position a satellite in the equatorial orbit of Munar. Wow. That's a bit mad. Although, admittedly, in my active things, I've got Explore Munar, and that's one of the things you want to do. You want to achieve an orbit. Miles will take it. 25 years, yeah, okay. I've got 25 years to do that, so that's right. I get 61k just from taking it. Sweet. Oh, boys. Right, well, I got a bunch of things to do. I've got yet more contracts on the moon to do. I've got to rescue Pallas VI and get its science onto Athena. Are we going to work? I don't know what's going on. What's happening? Don't know. I'm going to look at Pallas. Yeah, I want to see how much Delta V it's got. Ooh, none. So it's got a tiny amount of Delta V, not enough to do anything. So I've got to go get something to go fetch that. And then I've got a few other contracts to do. Bunch of stuff down here. Where else have I got contracts? Got some here. If I relaunch Pallas VII, I mean, I can put the other bunch. I can put Pallas VII. I can put into a. I can slap a Gravioli on top of that as well, so do yet more science around the moon. And then, to be perfectly honest, I've got to do a whole bunch of just hopper missions. Just go to different biomes. Go there, get the stuff there. Find there's canyons like here. That's a canyon. That's a different biome. And the poles. That's it. Well, I need to go to the poles anyway. I need to go to the southern poles. So many things down here. You know, find the mid craters and find the midlands and lowlands, and I think I've got highlands. And just do all the moon science. At some point, I need to land someone. I want to land the Athena station. I really do. I just don't know if it's possible. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of things to do. And I have an idea for a project which is completely stupid, which is getting a whole orange tank into Munar orbit. Precisely for refueling. So there's just going to be a ton of fuel around the moon forever, because a big orange tank, you can just, a big orange tank is enough to get you from Kerbin to the moon pretty much on its own. And so that would then be my go-to. Anytime anybody wants some fuel, I just they can just go to that station, and maybe I'd stick a big reservoir of monoprop on there as well. But get a whole great big bunch of liquid fuel into Munar orbit, and then stuff like that. So that's plans for the future. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying all this. Please hit like and subscribe and share if you have been enjoying. Find Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenoughdice.com, role-playing game themed podcast and blog. We're also on Facebook and Twitter and various other places, and on YouTube. And until next time, reach for the stars.